is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Not all pre-owned vehicles in the Des Moines area are created equally. Schottenkirk certified pre-owned peace of mind at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Every Schottenkirk pre-owned vehicle, 2008 or newer, comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. All makes, all models. Schottenkirk certified, featuring a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Drive away with peace of mind at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Not all.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
It's time for live high school basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Young drives the lane, scoops it up short, down in, a kiss off the glass, good.
High school basketball on CISN.TV is brought to you by Schottenkirk Chevrolet, West Side Auto Pros, Mid-American Energy. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on CISN.TV.
Good evening and welcome to Waukee High School on CISN.TV. And it's cold outside, but we should have a hot one in here tonight. Dar Danielson along with Jackie Sapp. It's Waukee hosting Johnston. Jackie, 3 points separates this from being a two teams undefeated meeting here tonight. A 2-point loss to Ankeny Centennial by Waukee and a 1-point loss to Dowling Catholic by Johnston. So I got a feeling we might see some pretty good basketball here tonight.
I think we're going to see some great basketball tonight. And looking at their statistics in shooting categories, they're pretty much similar. 3-point percentage, field goal percentage. I think that Waukee has a little bit of an edge on Johnston in the free throw category. But I think it's going to be a dynamite night.
Johnston averaging slightly more points, 70.2 to 65.8 point-wise there, but you never know how that goes, because sometimes in those games where you get ahead, and these two good teams, you get ahead, you put in other people, but they've had some tight games here. Waukee has, I know, and they've got youth on the team, and Johnston also does too.
Yes, they do. To be honest with you, I'm really kind of surprised Johnston's come out of the gates the way they have, because they lost a really good player in Taryn Knuth last year, so I wasn't quite sure how they're going to respond to that. But they're on all cylinders. I think Maya McDermott, she has done a phenomenal job of improving on her shot, and that's been evident by her points per game. She's at 19 points per game, so she keeps playing well. They're going to go somewhere.
Sometimes you see that, though. Taryn Knuth, what was she, 6'4"? 6'4", outstanding basketball player. She went on to play college volleyball, right?
Yes, she did.
Sometimes you see that, though, as, she entices those other young kids to work harder, and then somebody's looking to fill that spot when she graduates, and you see that sometimes where they step up and you think, how are we going to fill that big hole? But there's others that are anxious, and they've seen the success, and they want to step in there and do that, don't they?
Yeah, I think, and also the point that to be made is they're more balanced scoring. They've got more kids in double figures. They're distributing the ball better. When you had her height, lots of times you went to the well, and that was it. You didn't see a lot of inside-outside. So, and both teams are very well representative. Both teams have 4 players in double figures. Right. So, I think we're going to see a lot of offense tonight. But then again, too, we got pretty evenly matched talent-wise, so, it may not be as high scoring as what we think.
You never know, too, defensively. And then talking with Chris Guest they've had different players step up. Last game we did here on CISN.TV was against Valley, and Kat Moody, who's still only averaging about 3.7. She hit a career high against Valley, and she's the track athlete who's was a state shot put champion. But she came on in that game and really scored a lot and pulled them up and able to beat a really good Valley team. And so he's, I think, seen different players stepping up throughout here.
And that may be the difference, because I think they've got a little more depth than what Johnston does. Johnston doesn't go so far deep into the bench, so that could definitely make a difference.
Yeah, so we'll see. Is it going to be a run and gun game or a defensive type ball game? We'll see how it plays out here tonight. One of the fun things they always do is they have elementary students come out and sing the national anthem here, and I think we'll have that again here tonight. I saw them out there here they come out in the lobby. They were kind of warming up out there, getting ready, and Jim Dewey does a good job here of getting those kids involved. It's fun for them to do that.
It's a highlight of their school year.
Yeah, and get to sing before the crowd, and they always do a real nice job too. As clock winding down, getting ready for the national anthem, then the start of this, number 6 Johnston at number 7 Waukee. Here on CISN.TV.
Waukee Fieldhouse for tonight's CIML non-conference girls game between the Johnston Dragons and the Waukee Warriors. Waukee High School has committed itself to maintain the highest level of sportsmanship at all athletic events. To achieve this goal, Waukee High School is asking every Warrior fan to treat our visitors in the same manner we would like the Warriors to be treated when they're away from home. And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and what we say. Now, if you'd please rise, face our flag as we honor our country and our flag and those who have served us. Singing of the national anthem tonight being sung by the Easton Elementary 5th grade chorus.
There we have it, our national anthem. And this is a non-conference game, but it's also one of those games where you test yourself a little bit, Jackie, again, and see where you're at, because chances are you advance to the state tournament. You might see this team again, both sides of it, you know, and both teams have played well, talked about it, just one loss for each of them. And Waukee trying to bounce back from that 2-point loss at Ankeny Centennial. And Johnston lost, coming out of the break, they lost a 1-point matchup to West Des Moines Dowling, and a couple of those teams we know are very good and up in the rankings too.
Well, also both teams have kind of got a stretch here. Waukee played Centennial, they play us tonight, Johnston tonight, and then Johnston turns around and plays Dowling on Friday night.
Yep. So here's the starting lineup. Maya McDermott, the 5'6" sophomore for Johnston. Macy Thompson, the 5'6" junior. Jenna Johnson, the 5'9" senior. Maddie Mock, the 6-foot sophomore. And Reagan Neschheim, the 6'1" junior. As they lower the overhead lights and bring up the spotlights.
Starting lineup for your Waukee Warriors. A 5'4" freshman, number 2, Lindsay Kelderman.
Lindsay Kelderman, the 5'4" freshman.
A
5'10 junior guard, Anna Brown. 5'8 junior, Jory Neiman. She's kind of one that drives this team. Handles the ball and gets things going. Peyton Rao, the 6'2 junior. And the 6'1 freshman, Lexi Bowles. One thing I'm looking forward to, Jackie, is I haven't been over to the new Johnston gym yet. I've been here at Waukee and Valley and that, but I think we have a game coming up later on. But I'm kind of interested to see how that sets up for basketball with a whole new gym over there.
It is very spacious. It's just the opposite of this. This is more enclosed, kind of more of a basketball arena, where the Johnston gym, there's a lot of space.
A lot more space,
Yeah.
huh?
It's a nice facility, very nice.
It'll be, as I say, interesting to get over there and take a look at it when we can. We had the honor of doing the first football game at the new stadium here this fall, and that was fun. And in fact, they went, they didn't lose a game in that stadium till the playoffs.
Nope. And they should have won that one probably.
Yeah, and that was a tight one with
Yes,
Dowling, yeah.
yes.
So here we go, getting ready for basketball. Two rated teams here with a loss apiece. And it'll be Lexi Bowles stepping in for Waukee. And going against Neschheim. And quickly down, and Mock misses the shot for Johnston on the quick break off the tip. Here's Waukee. Rao up top. Kelderman now to Neiman. Kind of going double low and screening now.
Yeah. Playing man-to-man defense.
Neiman looks for the cutter coming through. Now try to screen off a Rao, looks like. Drives in there, but good tight defense into the post. And decides not to take it up against Bach, Lexi Bowles, so kick it back outside.
They're being very patient on their shot selection.
Neiman turn around and gets a little kiss off the glass for the first 2 points of the game. Here it took about 55 seconds. Now here's Johnston.
Again, very patient, looking for their best percentage shot.
Lob it inside to Mock, now across the lane, and nice move in there. Reagan Neschheim working against the defenders. And we're tied 2-2. Waukee now with it. Over to Kelderman. Looking for Neiman to come up. And now just looking to move that defense around a little bit early on. And pull up for the three. Off. No good. Rebound. Kelderman. One of the shortest players on the floor. She gets the rebound and dishes it out to Rao. Now they'll reset it.
I think Maya McDermott finally guarding somebody smaller than she is.
Yeah. That's going to be a good matchup,
Yes.
I got a feeling. Inside. Nice turnaround move inside.
Great move. Great move.
Lexi Bowles shows some nice footwork on the pivot, and it's 4-2 Waukee. There comes Johnston in the all-gold uniforms. Crossover down the lane, pull up off the glass. Nice high kiss off the glass by McDermott.
I don't know how she scores sometimes, but she makes it look good.
Driving baseline, Neiman, she stops, turns around, but it's got the defender right there. Now down the lane, and the foul. Nope, travel called against Anna Brown. So we're seeing some good defense early here, Jackie.
Yeah, we are. And they're being real patient. I thought there might be a little more of faster paced play.
Get out and go, I think. Maybe trying to figure each other out in the early going. McDermott dribbles into the middle, kicks it out. Now back to McDermott. Now lob inside. Neschheim gets it over for the open shot. Baseline, rattles around and pulled out of there by Neiman. And slowed down by McDermott. But now she takes off, spins, rolls around, gets the roll, and Jory Neiman now has 4 points.
She handles the ball really well.
Taken back the other way. And that's going to be on the baseline. As Kelderman took it away, Kat Moody coming in, replacing Lexi Bowles. And she's been a good player off the bench. A little height, rebounding, a little scoring out of her.
Sometimes you need that little spark plug.
Neiman misses the three. Moody rebound there, puts it up off the bottom of the rim. No good. It'll stay with Johnston. So right on cue, when I said a little rebounding, she gets one. Couldn't quite get the shot to finish it off, but
A little far underneath.
Waukee will get it on their own bucket here. About halfway through the first quarter. And Neiman now sets up on the far side. Looking for a high screen from Rao. And McDermott just about picked the pocket on that one. Here's a three from Rao. And she doesn't shoot many of those, but gets one there.
She was set. She was ready.
And a 5-point lead, the biggest of the game here for either team so far, and the first foul of the game.
I think sometimes Maya McDermott wants to speed the play up a little bit because that's kind of a little bit what she's like, and I think she likes a little faster play. So sometimes I don't know if that might hold them back a little bit.
And Johnston throws it outside, looked at the three, now drives. Kick out for three, no good. And rebound put back up. Now they're going to say she was fouled on the floor as Maddie Mock took it back up.
This may be where Johnson's a little more aggressive, all 5 players on the board than I think what it appears right now that Waukee is.
Here's a three, good by McDermott. She's got 5, and she breaks the scoring run there of Waukee. Cuts the lead back down to 2. We're talking about Peyton Rouse. She hit that last 3. She's only hit 7 of 18.
Really?
On the season so far, but an occasional threat out deep. Now the lob down low to her. She can't quite handle it, but it's saved. There. Back to Anna Brown. She'll drive the lane and pop the jumper. And back up to a 4-point lead. And the
that was
three-pointer.
quick.
Yep, McDermott, her second 3 here. And we're down to a 1-point game. Knocked away, stolen away. Neschheim goes up, and Johnston takes their first lead of the game. Waukee wants timeout to talk this over as they now trail by 1, 2:34 to play in the first quarter. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here at Waukee, 2:34 to play in the first quarter. Johnston has just taken their first lead. Dar Danielson with Jackie Sapp. And you noticed a little something about the demeanor of the Johnston girls here, Jackie, in that timeout. They just seem to at ease a little more, aren't they?
Right. At the beginning, it seemed like so slow pace. I thought this is going to be forever, but both teams are more in the flow. But Johnston seems a lot more relaxed.
Jory Neiman drives in, has it partially blocked. Now here's Johnston on the break, and Waukee is back. Haven't seen many fast break points at all, if any, here in the early going. There's a drive by McDermott, off no good, and the rebound comes out to Waukee. Anna Brown behind the back. Might have got away with an extra step there, too.
Yeah.
But she gives Waukee the lead back. And then a foul on the other end.
Foul 20.
Johnston's starting to push it a little bit more. They're
13th.
getting in a flow.
So third team foul on Waukee. No fouls called yet here on Johnston in this first quarter. Jumper, no good by McDermott. Rebound, though, to Johnston. Kendall Need grabbed that one. And McDermott looked at the three again. She's not shy to go to the trigger, is she?
No,
She's
she
got
is.
the open look.
She is not.
And there she is again. Three, the third one. She's got a tray of triples here in the first quarter. And that gives Johnson their biggest lead now of 2. Quickly the other way, and off. Well, they're going to call it a blocking foul.
I'd say that's a good call. I'm not so sure if I would have called
Foul
it
34, Janet Johnson.
after shooting, but
Shooting 2, Jory Neiman.
So Neiman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's a 64% free throw shooter and hits that one.
yeah, that's one thing I was surprised about. Both teams were shooting in the 60% for free throws, and I just think that they should be better free throw shooters than that. But game takes a toll on you.
And she gets 1 of 2 here, and we got a 1-point advantage for Johnston. And it's Neiman's 5th point. And almost thrown away there. Mally Young in the game for Waukee, and then the rebound pulled down by Hodzik for Johnston. Johnson drives, no good, and the rebound comes off to Peyton Rao.
I always think when you have a substitution, you really kind of need to run your offense.
And that time they run it into Lexi Bowles. And all of a sudden, Johnston's back up ahead.
Waukee, 16-15.
Or Waukee, excuse me, yep. And they're
it's back and forth.
Yeah, Peyton Rao get called for that one. Looked like she
44, Peyton Rao.
blocked it, but
Her first team 4th, shooting
Got
2,
called.
Maddie Mock.
and Maddie Mock to the line to shoot 2. She's shooting 50% on the year, gets the first one there.
In the Johnson lineup,
That's her first point.
24, Macy Thompson.
She's a nice little player.
Pat Mooney.
She got, some time last year, not maybe as nearly as much as Coach would have liked her
Also in
to.
the Johnson lineup, 42, Reagan Nessheim.
Neschheim back in and Kat Moody back in. Neschheim for Johnston, Kat Moody back in there for Waukee. And Maddie Mock goes to the line and misses, and we got our first tie of the ball game here. Well, I guess after the 2-2 tie, so second tie of the game. Under 10 seconds, the drive is up and good by Anna Brown. She's got 6. And pressure now by Waukee. You'll see him putting the full court on quite a bit, and a carry. They forced the turnover. And that was a case where you're thinking, I got to get over before that 10-second call, and a little too hurried. But we'll see what they do with 0.4 of a second here if they can get a shot off. They're going to lob it low to Kat Brown. Turn. She can. That was one of those she had to almost immediately turn and shoot. So.
And she was under the basket again, too far.
18-16, Johnston, or Waukee up by 2 over Johnston. We'll be back for the second period after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Here at Waukee, home team has a 2-point advantage after 1 quarter. And Nothing too surprising there, Jackie. Looked like they're kind of checking each other out in that first quarter and then kind of started opening up the offenses a little bit.
Got a little bit more in the flow. Here's lesson 101 for the fans out there. Waukee had the ball with 17 seconds left. They also had possession, and Coach Guest had his kids score because virtually they're going to get, if they score here, 4 points to Johnston's 2. So that was a great coaching job by Coach Guest.
The old 2 for 1. Here's a long 3, bounces off, and the rebound ripped down by Maddie Mock. Fighting against Kat Moody down there, and she pulled it away. On the drive and blocked by Lexi Bowles against Neschheim.
Waukee's doing a really good job of protecting the inside and forcing Johnston to take the outside shot, which Johnston's hitting.
I've noticed their post play has been pretty good defensively in there. Not a lot of fouls, and then there's a push.
Foul 42, Neschheim.
Neschheim. That's her first and just the team.
Lindsay Gelderman and 44, Peyton Rao.
Second team foul. Peyton Rao back in for Waukee. And who did somebody come in for Johnston?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
They only used 2 on the bench there.
I looked down at my score sheet, and or Anna Brown back in then for Waukee too, I think, wasn't it? Oh, there's a little trip by Macy Thompson.
24, Macy Thompson.
I would say of the 2 ball clubs, Johnston has maybe a little more quickness than what Waukee does.
And there's a couple players fall down in the exchange there. No foul called. They kind of ran into each other, trying to screen to get an open look. Down on the baseline now. And we'll kick it back out. Neiman for a long 3, no good. And taken out of there by Mock. Maddie Mock quickly gets it up outside for 3, no good. McDermott shooting for her 4th 3, and then there's a foul on the rebound.
Looks like Maddie Mock got her.
Her first, team 4th.
So the fouls now evened up at 4 apiece of the team. That's Maddie Mock's first here. And a little pressure on the inbound. Macy Thompson against Jory Neiman, and Neiman gets it across.
Macy's more their defensive specialty person. She does a good job.
Neiman looks for Bowles in there. Lexi Bowles in the post move. Can't get it to go. And rebound pulled down by Johnston. Up and quickly the other way. Maya McDermott ties it up. 18 apiece. Johnston cleaning up the defensive boards pretty good.
Yes, they are.
Not giving Waukee many second chances. Here's Neiman down the lane. Stops. Now she'll pop, and it's good. Jory Neiman with 7. Flips the lead back to Waukee. 2018. Here's Maddie Mock at the free throw line. Decides to drive down. Fakes Rao, and then Rao blocks it. Did a good job there. Just kept her hands straight up.
Yeah, they don't play real physical inside. Waukee doesn't, but they don't really give Johnston much passing.
That one will get out. Seems like they have just enough length to bother them.
Yes.
Kat Moody back in there replacing Lexi Bowles. Or no, she's going to replace Peyton Rao. Lexi Bowles was just coming over to get some
advice
from the coach, Chris Guess. And here's Neiman, hands it off to Anna Brown. Top being very patient. Waukee is now on offense. Working the weave, now lobs it inside, and the foul called. Gonna go against Neschheim, I think.
Foul 42, Reagan Neschheim. Her second,
fifth team foul. So trying to get into the post a little bit here,
Yeah,
Waukee.
they are.
If they don't get that
course, if they get Neschheim in trouble, they don't have a whole lot for the inside play. Johnston doesn't, so.
And there's
Foul 52, Lexi Bowles.
Lexi Bowles in the foul. They had a nice play there with Kat Moody where it looked like she was going to go up and she turned around and stayed there, but she didn't get the shot, and then they ended up getting the foul off the rebound. And here comes Johnston at a long three, and Mock tries to get it, but it's ripped out of her hands by Anna Brown.
Oh, got to travel.
Yep, travel calls.
Might have been a little bit out of her range.
Been a fairly clean game. Not a lot of turnovers that way with travels and things, bad passes so far.
I think we might see a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I think the way it's shaping up here, unless things pick up. It's a three. Jenna Johnson, her first points of the ball game, and gives Johnston a 1-point lead.
Ooh.
And miss, pulled down. Here comes Johnston on the run. Kicks it out for three again. This time it's short. Rebound, though, taken by Mock. Dribbles baseline, dishes it off. Neschheim with the bucket. Great ball handling there. And 23-20, Johnston will take a timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
Here at Waukee, Johnston on a 7-2 run to start the second quarter. Daniels along with Jackie Sapp, and that time we saw some nice passing on that last bucket, Jackie.
Yeah, we did. And again, I said this earlier, I really think of Johnston, I think they want to play a little faster pace than what they are, and they might be better off doing that because these kids have played together forever, so they know each other.
They've been trying to do that here on the rebound, defensive rebound, push it up. And get it up the floor quickly here. And now here's Waukee. They're in the white. Johnston in the gold uniforms. Jory Neiman pull-up has it blocked. Now quickly out on the break. A little too long that time, but Maya McDermott is able to run it down, and now Jory Neiman picks her pocket, and we're going back the other way. Well, Neiman trying to go into the post, but she's double-teamed down there. Lexi Bowles. Now they get it in. She tries to go cross to Rao, but taken away by Mock. Good defense by Johnston. Mock will put up the three. No good, and Rao is right over there waiting for it. Our coach always told us when it's shot from this side, 70% of the time it's going to rebound off the other side.
So get over there.
And you better be waiting for it.
Yep. I think I coached that a few times in my coaching days.
Rao went up and missed it. She was looking around maybe for the foul, didn't get it. Now quickly Johnston comes back the other way. Into the middle. Johnson looking for a little screen there. Gets it now down the lane. Off the glass, no good. Rao gets the rebound, bumps into Lexi Bowles, but pulls it down. And now Waukee will slow it down a little bit.
They're spreading it out. And also looking for the high-low.
Yeah. Bowles with it. Gets it off to Kelderman. She goes down. Oh, dribbled it off her foot, but it. Now they're going to talk it over.
I'd say the Johnston fans think it should go the other way. Oh.
Coach Elick was up right away and said, wait a minute. And it did kind of look like that ball angled off and might have hit the Johnston player, but not quite.
Well, the official that called it to Waukee, I think he was way too on top of it and probably didn't have a good angle.
But that's a good thing to do. Ask for help, and they got it. And now here's Johnston. They got their biggest lead of the ball game so far, 3, trying to build on that. Thought about another 3 now, just over the head of Bach on the pass there.
You know, maybe this coldness has affected teams. You know, just in terms of, I don't know, some things that are going on, the ball bouncing around. And
Macy Thompson back into the ball game. She'll pick up Jory Neiman there on defense. Gets it over to Kelderman. Maya McDermott following her all over the floor. 2-on-2 there. In the literal sense. Oh, great.
That's the second move she's had like that.
Lexi Bowles cuts it to a 1-point lead for Johnston. Almost trapped McDermott in the corner, but she dribbled out of it. Now down the lane, runner battled for, and Bowles comes away with it. Here comes Waukee. Get it off to Anna Brown. She nearly walked with it down the lane. Attacks, and Anna Brown has 8 points, and the lead back to Waukee, up by 1. 4 points there, and miss, and oh, she tried to bounce it off of Anna Brown, and now they're going to call a jump ball.
Joint possession to Johnston. The Johnston lineup, 42, Reagan
Nesheim will come back in.
I think Johnston has got to realize that their shot selection in times like this, because this back and forth game is important, like maybe getting a higher percentage shot.
Got a little success with the 3s early, and now they've been shooting a few too many maybe. There's a quick 3. Well, that was going to be a 2 by Lexi Bowles, and the rebound comes off to Johnston. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. A 1-point ball game. Here's a jumper. Good.
Nice job.
Macy Thompson.
Not much of a score, but she did that time.
And the lead back to Johnston. We'll see. Doesn't look like they're going to play for 1 here. Into Rao. She pushes it up. Powers it home. Peyton Rao. And Waukee with the 1-point lead. 1 shot probably left here for Johnston. Oh, almost threw it away. And then she had to get off a wild shot there on the high pass. But well, Jackie, just about everything we thought it would be a close ball game here early on. Maybe not as high scoring, though, huh?
No, but it took, you know, there were swings. One team towards the end there, Waukee really attacked the basket, scored consecutively, and then the middle of the first quarter on, Johnston, you know, had a little bit more into their offense and were scoring pretty easily. So it's kind of a game of runs, I think, for both teams.
Well, halftime 26-25, Waukee over Johnston. We'll take a break and come back and check out the first half scoring after this on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
I opened the Hearing Clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a strong...
Dar Danielson, Jackie Sapp here at halftime. 26-25 Waukee is our halftime score. And the first half scoring, I'll run it down for you. Maya McDermott for Johnston, leading all scorers with 13, including 3 threes in the first quarter. 6 for Reagan Neschheim, 3 for Jenna Johnson, and 2 for Macy Thompson. For Waukee, Anna Brown with 8, 7 for Jory Neiman, 6 for Lexi Bowles, and 5 for Peyton Rouse. So, low-scoring game, Jackie. And we talked about it. Two teams kind of got started out slow, figuring each other out. Then Johnston started to get the fast break going a little bit there, and then Waukee came right back and slowed it down a little bit.
I think probably Johnston's going to have to take a look at slowing down Waukee's inside game, because the last, I believe, 6 points that were scored were inside points. So that's something they're going to have to look at. Another thing, too, is really possessions are going to be key for both teams, that they capitalize on each possession they have. And to start the second half, Waukee's got the ball, so...
yeah, because if the way it is, if one of these teams builds a little bit of a cushion there, their ability to kind of slow it down and work the clock is going to cut down your possession.
Right,
so you won't have a lot of, as you say, where you come down, you shoot it. You need to really work it and get a good score when you get the ball, right?
And, and it's time of year, too, that, tournaments aren't that far off. And, so decisions you make now, they catch up with you down the road. I used to always say to kids, time, score, and situation. And, when you go down and you fire up a ill-advised 3 and you miss it, that can come back to haunt you with a minute to go in the game. And so you hope that Johnston be a little more seasoned. I mean, they've got, more experienced players, that the things they learned last year and the success they have is going to carry over to what they do, in this situation. And I always say it's like when Johnston got beat by Dowling, or even last week when Waukee got beat. It's never a bad loss, because you're going to learn something from it, especially this time of year. So it'll be interesting to see that lesson that Waukee learned from Ankeny Centennial game, how it plays in tonight's game. Yeah, exactly.
And then one of the things, too, is Jean Berger was here last week. During that game, we talked with her, and they're out looking at things, and because they seed them, and a loss here might drop you down a little bit in the seeding, and we know there's one, or how many is it? A couple teams over on the east side of the state that are.
I looked at Iowa City.
City High is number 1, Cedar Falls 2, Iowa City West, Pleasant Valley, top 4 spots in 5A. Right. So, if you don't want to be pushed down in that seeding, every one of these games means a little bit here.
And you never know the competition level that they play. I think we've got 3 or 4 teams that are very competitive in the metro area. Then after that, I think that the competition falls off. So, that also plays a part into it. It's just, it's kind of tough. And the Metro's always kind of been the dynasty of girls basketball. And, we've...
last several years,
yeah. Exactly.
And then you got, you even got a Valley team that, defending state champions, but they've had some injuries and some people out, and they're still dangerous. Coach Guest talked about that when they played him. He said, they're still dangerous. They get some people back, and that's part of it too. As you head down toward the end here, is who overcomes the injuries and who plays the best down the stretch.
I'm really anxious to see this Caitlin Clark play as a sophomore. I haven't yet seen her play this season. After reading about her going and playing in the Junior Olympics and, just that exposure and that experience she had, obviously it's helped her because she's ranked number 1 in the country for the class of 2020. So, we've got some good basketball around here. And anytime you got a player like that in the area, it just helps with exposure for all girls basketball.
Yeah, I haven't seen her play basketball yet this year. I saw her play soccer early. She's an outstanding soccer player, too. Oh, yeah, she really saw a couple of their games this
that's
when they played soccer. She's I think, of course, she'll focus on basketball, but just an overall great athlete.
That's like Taryn Knuth. She was voted Freshman of the Year in the ACC and in volleyball, and she came back and I saw her break, and she says, I really kind of miss playing basketball.
Yeah.
I was really kind of surprised because volleyball has been always her sport, so that was kind of nice to hear that, basketball is still in her blood.
Well, Johnston out of the locker room here. Going to warm up for the second half, and why don't we take another break? We'll do that, and we'll come back with more here. 26-25 at the half. Waukee up by 1 over Johnston on CISN.TV.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Back here at Waukee, Dar Danielson, Jackie Sapp, and you mentioned it, Johnston will be at Dowling coming out of the break, and Waukee, no easy task. They got to go up to Ames. Ames is another one of those good teams in the area, that is playing well. And let's see, I don't know.
They're also another
they're
young,
13th.
They're a young ball team.
Yeah,
too,
another young club, and so go on the road there, and then I see they have a game set. They got a Friday, Saturday where they'll play Ames at Ames, and then they'll play Linn-Mar back here on Saturday. Waukee will. So, let's see. Linn-Mar isn't in the rankings right now, but I know they're always
right. And they might be 4A. They might be.
That's right. You're right. Yeah, I forget about that. They are right at the edge there, aren't they? They're in 4A. You're right.
Because I want to say I looked at the rankings today. I thought they were ranked maybe in 4A.
They probably are. I forget that. There's some of those teams that are, because like Mason City is in 4A, right? And there's some of those teams that are right on the edge of that are now in 4A. And so, again, talking about good teams. But anyway, so in the locker room, you see Waukee coming out. What did Chris Guess have to say probably to his Warriors in the locker room there?
I'm sure he's probably be smart, probably, possessions are important. He's a good coach. I've known him for a long time. He actually grew up in Van Meter. His dad was superintendent there. And that guy gives you everything he can give you. And he's been successful wherever he's been at. He coached at Seymour for a while. He was at Ottumwa, and then he got this job here at Waukee. And I think at a time when people didn't think Waukee was going to be very successful in girls basketball, and he's really taken them to another level. So he'll give it 110%, though.
Yep. Then on the other side, Johnston, Coach Illick, what is he saying to the?
Probably, keep playing the style you're playing. I think he likes to have it a little bit slower pace.
But they have seen some success when they pushed it off the rebounds too. Yeah. But I probably, again, what you said, value those possessions because
most definitely
it's going to come down in that fourth quarter when if it's a tight game, then they're going to be that much more important here.
And fouls too,
Yeah. Well, let's see. 5 for Johnson in the first half, 4 for Waukee.
How many free throws? I don't think there are very many.
Kelderman, we had 1 of 2 for Johnson in the first half. Free throws, 1 of 2 for Waukee. So
50%.
weren't a lot of fouls. Yeah, weren't a lot of fouls. Weren't a lot of free throws shot. But again, that could come down to it. If you have the lead and you have to get fouled, then you got to make them. And we'll see what happens with that.
It should be an exciting second half.
And I think, let's see, that Johnston Johnston Dowling game we will have here on CISN.TV. So if you want to see that one on Friday, you can tune in and watch that. And Waukee will start out with the ball there in the white.
Johnston looks like they're running a little half-court trap.
And then it paid off. They drew, drew the foul.
First of the half.
And the first foul on Waukee. It's the second foul on Anna Brown. So a little pressure and they get the quick turnover there. Macy Thompson.
She's become a much more confident ball player.
It's her over to McDermott, who puts up a three, rattles down and out, and the rebound comes off to Anna Brown. Brown, Neiman, Rao, Bowles, and Kelderman, the starters back in there for Waukee, and there's Bowles up and misses it, and the rebound pulled down by Neschheim on the other side. Quick into the post, Mock, nice bounce pass inside, and blocked by Rao, and then a tie-up will go to Johnston.
Joint possession to Johnston.
First tie-up we've had tonight.
Starting off a little quicker pace here.
Yes,
This third quarter. Here's a three, off no good. Rebound comes off to Anna Brown. A three by Neiman is good. Jory Neiman for three. That gives her 10 on the game. And builds the lead for Waukee to 4. 5 points was their biggest lead of the game. That came back in the second quarter. And Johnson's biggest lead has been 3. It's Rao with it out high, gets it off to Kelderman. Back over to Neiman. 3 from the baseline, good! Anna Brown pops a 3, back-to-back threes. And Johnston wants a timeout as Waukee opens up the second half with a 6-0 run on 2 threes. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Back to action here. Waukee opens up the second half with 2 threes, one by Anna Brown and one by Jory Neiman. And they've widened their lead to 7. Here, Darn Danielson, Jackie Sapp. My friend Paul Yeager is over watching Mason City and Ankeny, and it was tied up at the half over there.
Wow.
He's been texting me the scores. Down the lane, dishes it out for 3, good! Maya McDermott answers.
Good ball movement. Got the defense rotating.
And cuts the lead down to 4. For McDermott, that's her 4th 3. 16 points on the game for her. And it's thrown away by Johnston. McDermott averages 19 and a half, so just about 20 points, and she's getting close to that already here. Just early in the third quarter.
I think her season high was 38.
There's Johnston with it now. McDermott with the ball, guarded by Kelderman. And almost threw a pass wide there, Macy. Down the lane, and now turn around jumper, no good. Rebound, the battle for it, and a jump ball will be called. Wait a minute. Will it be?
I thought it was out on Johnston.
I thought she stepped out when she had the handle on it. Yeah. I think that's what the top official is saying. Yeah. Because it looked like you're right. Her foot came down out of bounds, and even though they had dual possession, she was standing out of bounds, so it will go to Waukee. So the possession arrow will stay with Waukee there.
Right. I think that's probably, coach, give it up. That's just,
yeah.
It's a, you know.
Well, it was easy to see with those white tennis shoes on the purple inline there that she was standing out of bounds when she came around. And again, it's good that the officials talk about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good officiating crew tonight.
Waukee trying to answer now. It's been all threes here so far in the third quarter. And there's a 2 by Anna Brown. She's got 13.
Right now, Waukee's just running their basic offense, pass and cut.
Down the lane, runner by McDermott is short. And here comes Waukee. Jory Neiman over to Kelderman. Gets a screen there by Lexi Bowles. She cuts down the lane, but not there. Now back to Bowles. Good spin inside. Boy, she knew right where the defender was, didn't she?
Yeah, they need some help with her. She's had 2 or 3 good moves.
Now taken away by Waukee. And Neiman up. Leaves it short. Good defense to get back there by Jenna Johnson. Johnson gets it blocked by Rao and then knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Waukee. And
Johnson lineup 40, Maddie Mock.
Maddie Mock to come in for Johnston. Johnston wants to talk it over. They trail by 8 now. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Vehicles in the Des Moines area are created equally. Schottenkirk certified. Pre-owned peace of mind. At Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Every Schottenkirk pre-owned vehicle, 2008 or newer, comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. All makes, all models. Schottenkirk certified. Featuring a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Drive away with peace of mind. At Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Not all.
Here at Waukee, the Warriors up on the Dragons 36-28, just about halfway through the third period. And Jackie Sapp here along with Darn Daniels. Jackie, Waukee hit those couple threes, got the momentum going early, and Johnson just has not rustled it back from them yet, have they?
No, they don't look like they're in a flow. Some keys is to get you need to get a defensive stop. They need to come down, take a high percentage shot, work the ball inside.
Yeah, no sense to shoot up a 3 right away.
Right.
Get a 2, get on the board, and then, go down, like you say, get a stop. You can, it's only 8 points. You can get it back slowly. You don't have to get it all back quickly.
What opens up so many other things for you.
And we saw some great passing they had early on, moving the ball around, 2 or 3 passes for the shot. Oh, nice look to cut off the back cut. And up to McDermott, and off, no good, and then a foul called on the rebound.
Maddie Mock.
On Mock. Her second.
She sounds like she should be some pro player. Maddie Mock.
Maddie Mock, that's a good
I
name,
like
isn't
that
it?
name, yeah.
First team foul on Johnston here.
That's like Kat Moody, same thing.
Yeah.
Got some great names tonight.
And Kelderman loses her headband. It's just laying out there on the floor. And that could be dangerous if somebody slips on that.
I'm surprised they don't call a official's timeout.
I don't think they want to stop the flow here. And now she picks it up, and
24, Jordy Neiman.
they call Neiman with the foul on that one. She kind of undercut Need there. Second team foul on Waukee, first on Neiman. So chance now for Johnston to chip away at the 8-point lead. Mock with it. Against Rao. Kicks it back. Screen and pushes through the screen there. Neiman does. Now down the lane, blocked by Lexi Bowles.
When she goes up against her, she's a bigger girl that Neiman's or that Neschheim's really going to have to muscle the ball, and she's fading away from the contact.
One thing they're doing when they're going straight up too, they aren't swatting at it, and that you're usually going to get a call defensively when you do that. Johnston looked at the three, now inside, and good. Neschheim with it. And that ends the Johnston run, or excuse me, Waukee run. And back to Waukee. Down the lane, offensive foul on Anna Brown. That's her third.
Foul 20, Anna Brown. Her third.
Well, we'll see if that's something that sparks Johnston here with the turnover.
That's 3 fouls, too, on Brown, Anna Brown.
She's their leading scorer right now with 13. Over to Mock. Mock will drive the lane, splits the defenders, and draws the foul.
Nice penetration.
Foul 52, Lexi Bowles. Her second, team fourth. Shooting 2.
Second on Lexi Bowles,
Maddie
fourth
Mock.
on the team. Maddie Mock to the free throw line was 1 of 2 tonight from the line and hits that one.
In the Waukee lineup, 44, Peyton Rao.
And Rao comes back in. And hits that one. Well, that Kat Moody has really given them an extra post player in there. They can rest Rao and rest Bowles when they need to. That's been one of her big. She didn't score a lot, but that's been, a big contribution, is giving some of those other players some rest.
Plus, I think she alters some shots because of her size.
Yep. Here Johnston comes back now. Chance to cut the lead down. They've cut it in half, and now there's a foul.
24, Jory Neiman. Her second, team
Neiman's
fifth.
second, and now Waukee's up to 5 team fouls already, just 1 on Johnston here in the second half. So Jenna Johnson will inbound as they set up a play. They'll lob it out long to Neschheim. Gets it to McDermott, and Kelderman picks her up quickly. They tried to lob it inside that time into the double team and didn't go. Neiman. The Rao tried to lob it into Moody. Slapped away on defense by Mock. Nice post defensive work there. There's McDermott. Dribbles through, crosses over, up
Nice
and
move.
good.
Nice move.
McDermott has 18 now. And we've got a 2-point ball game. And on the breakaway, can't get it to go. And it'll stay with Johnston, though.
In the Waukee lineup, 52, Lexi Bowles. Timeout, Waukee.
Waukee wants to talk it over as Johnston's come all the way back, cut it to 2, and they have the ball. We'll take a break and be back right after this on CISN.TV.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Here at Waukee High School, the Warriors holding on to a 2-point lead with 50.6 seconds to go in the third period. Johnston's come roaring back here. We're down by 8, but now down by 2 with the ball under their own bucket. In a combination defense and a combination of a little better offense, as you were talking about, Jackie, working for a little better shot.
Yeah, and it's been in streaks. It's like for a minute and a half, Waukee will be on a run, and then Johnston's flat, and then just the opposite.
There's Johnston. They tried to work a play there, and they got hooked. Leslie Bowles, I think, will get the foul on that, and that'll be her third.
Foul 52, Lexi Bowles.
Not one I'm sure Coach is very happy about because the next one they'll be in a 1-1.
Yep, 16 fouls, so. And just one team foul here in the second half on Johnston. McDermott gives it back now, bounce pass underneath, and she traveled, I think. Yep. She did shuffle her feet, he's right. Reagan Neschheim. She really didn't
You
like
had that
it.
clear up here.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, she just a little shuffle going up.
Got a little too excited.
Yeah. And I know, too, sometimes you're, where's that ball at? Can I go up? And it's just so wide open that now
Scares
pressure.
yourself.
Yep,
Scares
now pressure by Johnson. Haven't seen much of this. Now, and McDermott almost steals it. Now to Rao. And I think Coach Guess is asking if there was a change of possession there, but I don't think they had it long enough, maybe, is what they were thinking.
I think it was a save. It wasn't an actual holding it.
Well, Johnston now again a shot here to tie it up before the end of the third quarter. Three, good! How about take the lead before the end of the third quarter? And they do. But there's little time left and pressure again. They get it to Neiman. She's their ball handler. She'll get it across. And knocked away. Now it's taken back. Now taken back by Johnston. A shot at the buzzer. Oh, it in the cylinder and out. Almost hit. And
that could have been a
Waukee,
game changer.
for the first time, Waukee leads at a quarter break here going into the fourth, 37-36. Johnston leads Waukee, I should say. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store, the one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Here at Waukee, Dar Danielson, Jackie Sapp, Johnston outscored Waukee in that quarter 12-10 and take a 1-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Mason City leads Ankeny 47-42 at the end of 3. Paul Yeager's over there watching that and probably eating some popcorn and stuff over there in Ankeny. And
Ankeny's really kind of made a turn their program. They've won some games. They're ranked early here. They went through a few years after that split where they weren't seeing much success.
Yeah, and then trying to get back at it. Now they are. And Waukee will start with the ball and trailing now by 1. And we'll see. It looks like they're going to start out a little more deliberate here, too.
A little more patience, and Johnston's picked up the intensity.
Looking for the back cut there, but Bowles was held and got fouled by Maddie Mock. That's her third.
Second, team second.
Well, I said her second. I had her wrong. I had her for 3. She's only got 2. And Rao misses, gets her own rebound and puts it back up there. Peyton Rao now has 7 points. And Waukee back in the lead into the post. And nice move to contort her body a little bit there around the defense. Neschheim has 10. And lead back to Johnston.
I think we're probably going to see a little more deliberate basketball offensively. Travel.
Yep, there was a shuffle there. And looking at it right now, little advantage to Johnston. They only have 2 team fouls, whereas Waukee has 6. And their next foul, they're going to be in the 1-and-1 on a non-shooting foul. So that in their side down, the possession arrow also pointing toward Johnston. So a couple things there to think about heading down the stretch. They trail or lead by 1 here, too. It's Johnston in the gold. Mock for 3, short. Rebound comes out long, though. Now knocked around, and Mock and Lexi Bowles do a little do-se-do spin around, and it's going to be
She wasn't going to let
no
go.
ball. No, neither one of them was going to give that up once they got their hands on it. And so now the arrow will flip back to Waukee. As Johnson gets the alternate possession here. They lob it out long to Macy Thompson. There's a 3, no good, and Neiman pulls it down. That'd have been a big one.
Yes.
If Maya McDermott hit that. And she runs into McDermott. McDermott pulls it off the floor, gets it up to Macy Johnson. And Neiman's all over her, didn't let her drive, and Kelderman almost stole it, and then Neiman kind of draws an accidental foul there.
Bodies were flying all over the place there. Ball was going all over, bodies.
Neiman came up and just happened to get in the way. But now it's a 1-on-1, and Maya McDermott will go to the free throw line. That's the only thing she hasn't done tonight is hit a free throw. And she does now.
Yep, she hits this one. These may be big ones. Free throws may be big down the stretch here.
40-38. And McDermott will get the bonus. And hits it. She's an 83% free throw shooter on the season. She now got 23 points. There's Peyton Rao with it. It's Waukee with the ball, trailing by 3. A lot of time left here. No reason to get in any big hurry on offense. Doesn't look like they are. They're looking to go to the post there to Bowles. Rao decides to drive it herself, and a little one-handed push shot.
She got lucky there.
Yeah, it came off so quickly that right off the hands of Macy Thompson, it just came right on through and out of bounds. So Waukee got a little bit of a gift there. Into Kelderman. Now into Neiman in the inside now. Nice look. Good passing. Lexi Bowles.
There wasn't anybody on her. They switched 2 people one-on-one on the ball.
Down the lane, blocked by Rao. Can she save it? No, back to Johnston. 3, no good. Long rebound taken down by Anna Brown. And she'll have to save it before it goes out, and Peyton Rao will take it. And now Waukee with the ball, a chance to go up by 1 or 2, or take the lead here, or down by 1. And Neiman looking, trying to get it inside. Yep, Maddie Mock gets the foul.
I think that's
40, Maddie Mock. Her third, team third.
You only had her for 2. I had her for 3 here before. Maybe they
that's what I thought.
They must have charged that to somebody else early on in that. Now that's only her 3rd, so that's a little different. Still only the 3rd team foul as Rao goes up and gets the bucket from Neiman, and a 1-point lead. And now Johnston going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. And
Timeout, Johnston. 30-second timeout.
what kind of strategy we're talking about here, Jackie, in this final 4:37?
To be honest with you, from what I see right now, Waukee seems a little more composed, taking their time.
Going to the post a little more in and out, right?
Right, and
yeah.
Johnston seems to be pushing the panic button. Also, I don't know if they're really talking. Like defensively, they got mixed up twice down there in a row now and out of bounds plays. So they just need to calm down. They just need to play their game.
Yeah, they're
and
like
take good shots. Take good shots.
It's like they want to speed it up a little too much, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and they just don't seem like they're in a flow like they were earlier.
Well, here we go.
Hopefully that timeout calmed them down and they can regroup.
Dar Danielson, Jackie Sapp on CISN.TV. Inside to the post and off the bottom of the basket, and then a tie-up and then a foul. That'll be called against Mock. That'll be number 4.
40, Maddie Mock.
That could hurt.
Her 4.
Yeah.
Team 4.
She's been big in there on defense for him. Give him a little size to match up.
And then the Johnson lineup, 24, Macy Thompson.
They're going to take her out for a little bit and bring in Macy Thompson. Now, coming up on halfway through the fourth quarter. They got trouble getting that in. They just barely beat the 5 count to get that ball in. Waukee did, as Johnston was all over him. But now pressure again as Johnston extending that defense out a little bit and put a little pressure on him. Macy Thompson gets screened off and leaves Jory Neiman wide open. Misses a shot though. Rebound out. Now into the post. Now good. Oh, nice dish back there.
Nice
to
shot.
Need. Her first 2 points. And Johnston up by 1. Looked like their Johnston wanted to get that fast break going, but they pulled it back and they ran the offense and they got the shot. So,
which is probably good at this point.
yep. Inside the Bulls, and she gets called for the travel.
They need to put more pressure on the outside so they don't let that pass go in there so easily.
But Neschheim that time had good defense behind Bowles and forced her into the turnover. I don't think Bowles was quite sure on which side she was at to make the turn.
Neschheim's done a good job of not getting into foul trouble because last year she was pretty foul prone, and she's played
just 2 here.
fairly decent defense.
Oh, and off. She ran into Bowles. There on the drive, Macy Thompson did. And couldn't quite put up a good shot. And now Neiman almost gets it picked. There's a scramble on the floor, and that'll stay with Waukee.
Joint possession to Waukee.
I'd say one thing, when that ball goes on the floor, there's a lot of scrapping going on.
Yes,
Everybody's
there is.
going for it, aren't they? There's
Yeah,
no
they
letting
are.
up on it.
That's good to see, though.
Yeah. So Rao will throw it in with Need on her. Trying to break it out, get it to Kelderman. It was tipped so she could go in the backcourt. Rao over to Neiman. Neiman pull-up jumper. Gets the kiss off the glass. Looked like that was going to pop out of there, but it goes down, and Waukee up by 1. 44-43. Back over to Macy Thompson. Going to work that little high weave here.
They don't even guard Macy.
Now down the lane, Rao blocks it. Inside and off of Bowles, it'll stay with Johnston. And coach looking for a foul there, but
I think he is.
Mock comes back in playing with 4 fouls now with 2:17 to play. But you need her offensively and defensively with her size in there. They try to run a play, they get it out to Mock. She drives in, spins around, blocked by Rao. Jump ball, they'll say. It was held. It'll stay with Johnston. Man, we're seeing a little bit of everything here in this.
See, I think that's where now they're trying to go inside and they're getting a little frustrated because they're getting challenged.
There's some size in there for Waukee. Jenna Johnson with it. Now they're trying to find inside. And nice move up and under by Neschheim. Johnston by 1, 45-44. Neiman. Over to Kelderman. Kelderman drives, gets it outside to Neiman. Staying in the man-to-man, Johnston is here. Gets a screen from, Neiman, then the defenders, nobody picked her up baseline. And she just drove right by. And Waukee with a 1-point lead here, 1:24 to play. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2 and 3 bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
Here at Waukee, 46-45, Waukee over Johnston, 1:24 to play. Darn Danielson, Jackie Sapp. The final from Ankeny, Mason City 65, Ankeny 56. Johnston with the ball, they're in the goal. Trying to take the lead here. Puts it up high. Johnson inside, now back out. And being real patient here on offense as we come up on a minute to play.
1 minute remaining.
It's by Mock. Now looking to get it to McDermott, and they call Kelderman for reaching in. I don't know about that.
For third, team 8.
Kelderman's third, and they're in the 1-1 here. They have been for a while, so.
She's doing a great job of denying the ball.
And McDermott, an 83% free throw shooter. She's got 23 points. And misses that one, the front end of the 1-1.
You jinxed her.
I did. I didn't mean to, but she hasn't missed much. She's got 5 threes here.
Johnston's got fouls to give. They need to get out and
they
foul.
got to get out there. I think that's what the coach is saying, because they're just winding this clock down here. And Mock's the only one that can't go out and foul because she's got 4. And then she does. Did they get her, or was it Johnson? No, it was Jenna Johnson.
34, Jenna Johnson. For second, team 5th.
So
like I said earlier, this scenario, it's all going to play out. And
here's where you need to foul them right away.
Yes.
You still got 2 to give.
Yes.
Go for the steal, and if you get the foul, what the heck? You know, then it's just because there's not a lot of time left.
You're absolutely right.
Because you got 2 fouls to give. And now, see, they're passing the ball around. Oh, well, they get the strip. And the bucket. Johnston takes the lead.
Timeout, Johnston.
They were trying to foul, and I think Neiman thought they did, but timeout. We'll keep it right here. 12 and a half to play. 47-45. I haven't kept track of lead changes, but I don't know, there's had to be at least 20.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Been a lot of them, and it's.
Well, what was the biggest lead?
Biggest lead was 8 points there in the fourth quarter was for Waukee. And Johnston's never, their biggest lead in the whole game, I think, has been about 3. Yep, 3. So
they're just hanging around.
They just stay there and stay there, as you said. Now the final shot could come down to Waukee. And there again, you still, Jackie, you have a foul to give here. So if somebody's lined up, as long as they're not shooting, you could foul them right away. And in fact, you almost might do that when they get it inbounds, is foul it, because then you have to have them take it in again. So we'll see what kind of strategy they work here. Just 5 team fouls for Johnston. They lead by 1. Waukee will have the ball. Have to go full court. They're going to put Peyton Rao down there to trigger it in. Johnston will come up in man-to-man pressure here and try to pressure the inbound. They'll look to get it to Neiman. She's the one. It's their handler. They get it to her. Oh, they let her break up the sideline. All over her, and they foul her right away. And that's just the 16th foul. So now the next foul is 1-1.
On 30, Kendall Mead.
They needed to foul out here.
Yeah, far they let her get up the sideline.
Right.
They foul her in the backcourt, so they got to bring it a little farther up the floor and use up more time.
Well,
because 7.8 is still a lot of time.
And plus, they're closer to the scoring range, you know, taking it down in their own front court than if they would have fouled in the backcourt.
We'll take a quick
30-second timeout.
Well, let's leave it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll leave it right here. 7.8 seconds to go. Now, do you try to run a special play over there? What are you looking for in the sideline end?
I'm sure that he's probably trying to draw something up so it goes inside. He probably has some kind of quick hit play or whatever. And on the other hand, Johnston needs to try to force an outside shot.
You got to think they're going to be looking to Lexi Bowles, so maybe they cover her, try to get it across, or not Lexi Bowles, I mean Jory Neiman, the ball handler. Then maybe they're covering her, get it to Lexi Bowles inside. Anna Brown also there. So we'll see what happens here. Waukee in the white.
See, I would front and back and let him catch the ball on the outside.
Yep.
Not let the ball go inside at all.
Trying to get it in, Rao, and it was tipped into the backcourt, but they're going to go stay with Waukee, but now they got to go clear up the floor.
Yep.
So great hustle there by Kendall Need as she forced him. Now they got to go the full court.
A little bit different scenario now.
Timeout, Johnston.
3.8
Full timeout.
to go, full timeout. Let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll be back with the final 3.8 seconds after this on CISN.
In the Des Moines area are created equally. Schottenkirk certified, pre-owned peace of mind at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Every Schottenkirk pre-owned vehicle, 2008 or newer, comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. All makes, all models. Schottenkirk certified, featuring a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Drive away with peace of mind at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Not all.
We're in Waukee, 3.8 seconds to go on the clock. Darty Danielson, Jackie Sapp. Waukee trailing by 1 to Johnston. Both these teams with just one loss. Johnston's came by a point to Dowling. Waukee's came by 2 points to Ankeny Centennial. Waukee's rated number 7, Johnston rated number 6, so whoever's doing the rankings over there at the Girls Union has it all figured out, don't they?
They do. They do.
We're down to a 1-point matchup here. And
I think it'd be tough. There's a lot more parity than
yeah, it
there
is.
used to be.
It's hard to tell sometimes. So both coaches, we'll see what they drew up here. Get it into Neiman. She'll dribble through one. And no, she traveled, I think.
Yes, she did.
Johnston will pull off the win here, 47 to 46. An even 10-point fourth quarter, but Johnston had the 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and it holds that way even up in the fourth, Jackie.
Right.
Exactly kind of what we expected out of these two teams.
I think the great part for Johnston was the fact they could have folded when they were down, 8 points, and they just kept plugging away and they kept doing the things they needed to do. And also, Waukee tried to take McDermott out of the game the last 2 or 3 minutes. She really didn't have her hands on the ball till very end when I think she made that layup, didn't she, for him to go ahead?
Yeah,
on the steal.
Yep.
Great game, though. Great game.
Yep, back and forth, just what you expect here. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap up the scoring on this girls matchup coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here at Waukee High School, Dar Danielson with you. And the final here, Johnston pulls out a squeaker, 47-46. As it was an even 10-10 quarter in the fourth. between Waukee and Johnston. Let's run down the scoring. Maya McDermott for Johnston, the leading scorer for both teams, 23 points, including 5 threes. And her only, she missed a 1-on-1 late that almost gave Waukee a chance to get back and take the lead. The 23 for her, 12 for Reagan Neschheim, 3 for Jenna Johnson, 3 for Maddie Mock, 2 for Kendall Need, 2 for Macy Thompson. And for Waukee, Anna Brown with 13, Jory Neiman with 11, 9 for Peyton Rao, and 8 for Lexi Bowles. So just 4 players in the scorebook there for Waukee. Waukee led 18-16 after 1, 26-25 at the half. Johnston led 37-36 after 3, and then they end up winning 47-46. The final here, Johnston over Waukee. So Johnston moves to 13-1. Waukee drops to 11-2. Their second straight loss, a 2-pointer to Centennial, now a 1-pointer here to Johnston. They'll be at Ames on Friday night. For Johnston, they're at Dowling Catholic at Friday night, and the game you can watch here on CISN.TV. The final, 47-46, Johnston over Waukee. That'll wrap it up for the girls' game. We'll have the boys' game coming up in a little bit on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
Want to get stronger, faster, healthier? You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building
undeniable. Tell the entire truth and let it set you free. Undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable. Is anybody home? Am I missing some info that I should probably know? Did I overlook a memo that I should have read? Are you saying I should let my secretary go? We undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable. We undeniable.
Vehicles in the Des Moines area are created equally. Schottenkirk certified, pre-owned peace of mind. At Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola, every Schottenkirk pre-owned vehicle, 2008 or newer, comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. All makes, all models. Schottenkirk certified, featuring a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Drive away with peace of mind at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola.
For the seal, it's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is
It's time for live high school basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Young drives the lane, scoops it up short, down in, a kiss off the glass, good.
High school basketball on CISN.TV is brought to you by Johnston Chevrolet, Westside Auto Pros, Mid-American Energy. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on CISN.TV.
Here at the Waukee Warrior Fieldhouse in Waukee, Dar Danielson with you on CISN.TV. It's Waukee and Johnston going at it tonight. Waukee coming in at 9-2 on the season. Johnston at 10-1. Johnston's only lost to Des Moines North by 4 points back on the 12th of December. Well, Waukee trying to rebound from a 7-point loss to Ankeny Centennial. Their only other loss, a 5-point loss to West Des Moines Valley. They avenged that loss with a 10-point win to start out, well, back on the 9th of January. So two teams coming in here with one with 2, one with 1 loss. So just like the girls' game, it should be a pretty good matchup here tonight, as the girls' game went right down to the wire with the Johnston girls pulling out the win 47-46 here on CISN.TV. And taking a look at these two teams heading into it here tonight. Johnston has 4 players scoring in double figures, as does Waukee. Very similar looking when you look down the lineup. Camden Vanderswag, their leading scorer for Johnston, 14.9. Nate Johnson for Waukee at 14 points per game. And then it's 13 for Boston Grimes, Bo Sandquist, 11.5, and Peyton Williams at 12.4 for Waukee, 11.5 for Nathan Nelson, Noah Hart with 11, and Dylan Jones with 10.7. Then you have Jax Rittman right in there at 8.6, and for Johnston, Nathan Newcomb at 7.2. So these two teams, 63 points a game. Waukee scores, Johnston 63.5. So not a lot of difference just on paper when you look at it for these two teams here tonight, and we'll see how that all plays out. In the girls' game, it played out to being, tight, just like we expected. And we'll see what happens here on the boys' side of it as we get ready for our starting lineups here for the second half of the doubleheader on CISN.TV. We will have those coming right up for you. And Friday night we'll have Johnston at Dowling. You can see that here on CISN.TV. And thanks to Jackie Sapp for sitting in on the girls' game with us. And we are just about ready to get the starting lineups announced here for the boys' game tonight. And we're hoping to get Chad Yillick up here at halftime of this one to talk about the win tonight over Waukee. And
tonight's game officials, as assigned by the Central Iowa Metro League, Mr. Scott Cook,
We will
Mr. Dave Suler.
hear from him in a minute.
For both teams. First for Johnston, Rachel
Not a minute,
Byerly,
in a little bit, I should say.
Taylor
But,
Burnside, Fabiola Gamboa, Marquita Norwood.
teams are out ready to go. You see the Johnston huddle there. Johnston will be wearing the black road uniforms. Waukee be in the, home whites tonight.
Sophia Liston,
A good crowd on hand on a cold night.
Renee Beekema.
Saw a good basketball game in the girls' half of the doubleheader.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Johnston.
And here we go
Number
for
11,
Johnston.
Boston Grimes.
6-foot senior Boston Grimes.
Number 13, Bo Sandquist.
6-foot senior Bo Sandquist.
Number 31, Camden Vanderswag.
The 6'4 senior Camden Vanderswag.
Peyton Williams.
6'5 junior Peyton Williams. 6'4 junior Nathan Newcomb.
Head coach of the Dragons, Bob Sandquist.
Bobby Sandquist is the head coach for Johnston. As we dim the lights, get ready for the home team lineup.
And now let's meet the starting lineups for your Waukee
For
Warriors.
Waukee, it'll be a 6'8 junior forward, Dylan Jones. The 6'2 junior guard, Noah Hart.
A 6'2 junior, number 11, Noah Hart.
6'3 senior forward, Nathan Nelson.
A 6'3 senior, number 21, Nathan Nelson.
The 6'2 senior guard, Jax Rittman.
A 6'2 senior, number 24, Jax Rittman.
And the 6'7 senior forward,
25,
Nathan Johnson.
Head coach of the Warriors,
So,
Justin O.
just a little bit of slight height advantage there for Waukee going into this. As we're ready for basketball. The boys' variety here. Hopefully this this one will be as good as the girls' ball game. And you look at it, Waukee won their first 3, then lost by 5 to Valley, and then ran off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, including a getting the split with Valley and a 10-point win on the 9th in the game you saw here on CSN.TV. And then they lost to Centennial on Friday, 62-55. They're 9-2 for Johnston. Ran off 4, lost 1, and then they've run off the next 6. As we get ready to jump it up here. And it'll be tapped back, almost taken away. It is. He tight ropes the line over there, Boston Grimes. And here's Johnston with it to open it up. Shot up, missed by Newcomb. And here comes Waukee. Noah Hart with it. Over to Nathan Nelson. Now lobbed down low to Nathan Johnson. He backs in. Not there. And they'll throw it back out. Over to Johnson. Looking in there for Dylan Jones. Noah Hart again, now baseline. Nelson in, up and powers it home. Nathan Nelson gets Waukee on the board first. And we're underway. Vanderswag dishes off, and a rebound pulled down by Johnson for Waukee. On the drive, Rickman pulls up, no good. Rebound comes off to Bo Sandquist. Or excuse me, that Peyton Williams. 3 is good.
Three-point goal, Camden Vanderswag.
Vanderswag. And gives Johnston their first lead in the early going. Couple minutes gone here. And there's a push as he just plowed through the screen was Boston Grimes.
On 11, Boston Grimes. His first
and the team first. And I think they're searching for a towel over there to wipe up some stuff on the floor, were they? And here we go. Waukee. Rittman. And gets it away. Tight man-to-man defense by Johnston. Down the lane, tries to power it through, can't get it to go. Rebound, Johnston, put back up. Dylan Jones, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Peyton Williams. And come Johnston. Kicking out to Sandquist, and offensive fouls called on Vanderswag.
Down on 31, Camden Vanderswag.
His first personal.
His first, team second.
Second team foul. Vanderswag, the leading scorer at 14.9 points a game for Johnston. Chance again for Waukee, and Nathan Nelson gets the bucket. And lead back to Waukee by 1. And a little jumper off, no good. Rebound comes down to Dylan Jones for Waukee. Noah Hart will bring it up, gets a screen from Jones at the top. Kicks it back outside. Working that high weave. Now goes inside and had a real good pass in there to Dylan Jones, and it's picked up by Peyton Williams. And Bobby Sandquist up. Puts a thumb up, telling him what offense he wants to run. And there's a three, short, tapped out, but Dylan Jones runs it down for Waukee. Rittman drives, kicks it. Down the lane, runner, good. Nathan Nelson has 4 points. And a 3-point lead for Waukee. Biggest lead we've seen early in the game, halfway through the first quarter. That one's left short, and then a rebound foul called on Peyton Williams.
43, Peyton Williams.
That's the third team foul already on Johnston.
His first, team third. Into the Waukee line, 34, Trey Schaller. 5, Tyson Kelderman.
Tyson Kelderman in for Waukee. Along with Trey Schaller. And a foul call. Or no, turnover call, I should say. And it goes back to Johnston. Looking to lob it down low, and it's knocked right out of there. All the way down, coast to coast, and the foul. As Nathan Johnson took it down the floor, got hit in the head.
45, Nathan Newcomb.
Nathan Newcomb.
His first, team fourth. Shooting 2, Nathan Johnson.
Foul. Nathan Johnson to the free throw line. He's shooting 64% there. And timeout call.
30-second timeout.
By Johnston. 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here. As 6-3, Waukee with the early lead in this one. the foul situation right now. Johnston with 14 fouls, and Waukee yet to commit a foul, personal foul here. Again, Johnston shooting 64% from the free throw line. He's their leading scorer at 14.1 a game. With the bucket already here. And the first free throw is right through the bottom of the net there. And extends the lead to 4. And a chance to make it 5. Does. 4 points for Nathan Johnson. 8-3 lead for Waukee. Here's a 3 short by Bo Sandquist. Pop kept alive. And they're knocked inside by Kelderman. And Bobby Sandquist trying to call. Said my guy was fouled down there. Still talking to the official. And Jax Rittman back in for Waukee. He screens there for Dylan Jones. And nothing there on the inbound, so they'll now work it up high. Nathan Johnson looks for the 3 screening through and cutting in the down low. Dylan Jones will give the screen. He'll pull up at the elbow. No good. Rebound pulled down by Johnston. They're down by 5. Johnston with the ball. Peyton Williams spins in. Gets it to go. Power move there. And that breaks a run by Waukee, but the right back the other way. Nathan Johnson for 3. And they come right back. Sandquist up top with it. Grimes now back over. Trying to get off that man-to-man defense by Waukee. On the drive, short put back, no good. Newcomb missed it. Williams tried to put it back, but Johnston comes down with a rebound. Leading by 6. And then the foul on the drive. Against Sandquist. Bo Sandquist is first. Already the team 5th, and we're still in the first quarter here. So we'll see how that plays out as we go through. Jumper by Johnson, no good. The 3, rebound battled for down there, and a foul will be called. It could be the first foul on Waukee.
On 24, Jax Rittman.
And it goes against Jax Rittman. So the first team foul comes with 1:09 to play here on Waukee. Johnston will bring it in into Boston Grimes in his purple shoes. He dribbles all the way in, throws it across to Sandquist. He's guarded close. Now a long 3, rattles around, no good. Dylan Jones pulls down the rebound. Kelderman. To Jones, back outside for 3. Good! Jax Rittman. And the lead is up to 9 for Waukee. Johnston working on just a 5-point quarter here. Unless they score, looks like they're going to hold for 1. But off to a slow start offensively. On the drive, pull up. No good. Time on the clock for Waukee. 2. Long threes off the glass by Rittman. At the end of the one, 14-5, Waukee over Johnston. Take a break, be back with the second quarter after this on CISN.TV.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Here at Waukee, after a quarter, it's Waukee 14, Johnston 5. And Johnston looking for some offense here in the early going of this one. As Cameron Vanderswag hit a 3, Peyton Williams a 2, and that's all their offense in that first quarter. Where Nathan Johnson hit a 3, a 2, and 2 free throws for 7. Half of the Waukee points. Jax Rittman had a 3, and Nathan Nelson 4 points for Waukee. And Waukee will get the ball coming out of the quarter break. And try to build on that lead. And foul called.
Foul 13, Bo Sandquist.
Bo Sandquist.
His second, team 6.
Second on Sandquist, the 6th-team foul on Waukee. So they're, or excuse me, Johnston. So they're going to be in the bonus here before long. Next foul. And we just started the second quarter. So some matchup issues, I guess you could say, offensively. And defensively for Johnston. Now there's a good defensive play. Poked away and picked up by Williams, and then they draws the foul.
Foul 21, Nathan Nelson.
On Nathan Nelson.
His first, team 2nd.
It's first on Nelson and just the second on the team for Waukee. Justin Old there, coaching, standing up, coaching his defense, and nice little reverse layup by Boston Grimes. Breaks the scoring drought by Johnston. Cuts the lead in half. Baseline. Dylan Jones tried to push it up over the basket now. Pops it in there. As he answers the Johnston bucket. Sandquist over to Vanderswag. Vanderswag drives under, scoops it up, and can't get it to fall. Rebound comes off to Waukee. Quickly on the drive. Jumper's good by Noah Hart. And the lead extended to 11. Biggest lead of the game here. For Waukee. Here's Sandquist for 3. Bo Sandquist gets on the board. And it's 18-10 down the lane. Johnson.
Jax Rittman.
Or excuse me, Rittman. Not Johnson, Rittman. And runner up off the glass. And rebound comes down to Waukee on that miss. Justin Old telling them to movement. Wants him to move around a little more. Now he tells Kelderman to come over to the bench to come on in. Wants him to keep moving. Now inside, Dylan Jones has 4 points now in the quarter. Jax Rittman with the assist, and it's a 12-point lead for Waukee. Pull up at the elbow. Oh, doesn't get the bounce, and the rebound comes off to Waukee. Haven't kept the shooting percentage, but it's not real good here in the first half so far for the Dragons. And there's
On 31, Camden Vanderswag.
Vanderswag with the foul.
His second, team 7th.
Second.
Shooting 1-1, Nathan Johnson.
Vanderswag in the 7th on the team, so Nathan Johnson goes to the free throw line. Again, a 64% free throw shooter. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1 there. So he's 2 for 3 from the line. And there's a foul coming through the screen. I think that's going to go against Jax Rittman.
24, Jax Rittman.
Yep. His second. That's
His second, team
13 foul, and Kelderman ready to check in for Tyson Kelderman.
In the Waukee lineup, 5,
For
Tyson Kelderman.
Jax Rittman. Johnston. Oh, they said he touched it over on the far side, and the Waukee fans do not like that at all. Must have touched the hand of the Waukee player. It went out of bounds, so they give it to Johnston. And over to Sandquist against Kelderman. Pulls up, misses it. Rebound comes off to Nathan Nelson. Hart gets it over there to Johnson. Kelderman, Dylan Jones goes back inside, up, and can't get it to go on the power move. Nathan Nelson, and it'll come back to Johnston. So halfway through now, the second quarter. Johnston still trying to find some offense. Been outscored 8-5 here in the second quarter. There's a 3 short, rebound to Kelderman. Bring it up quickly to Noah Hart. He spins. Coach Justin Ohl says, move around, reverse it. There's a 3 by Noah Hart. 15-point lead. Now Lane nowhere to go with it. And almost knocked away. Stays with it and draws the foul. Does Nathan Newcomb. And that's going to go against Nathan Johnson.
His first, team 4.
Nathan on Nathan, and Nathan Newcomb drew the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's shooting 50% from the line. And gets the little shooter's touch over the rim there. Misses the second. But Johnston gets the rebound. 3, good!
3-point goal, Boston Grimes.
Boston Grimes. Gets the 3, so a 4-point swing there by Johnston. Over to Kelderman, lobs it inside, now back out for 3, good! Noah Hart for 3, his second 3. He's got 8, all those coming here in the second quarter. Inside move for Johnston. Spins and a foul from behind. I think that'll go against Noah Hart against Nathan Newcomb. Yep.
Foul 11, Noah Hart. His first, team fifth.
So fouls starting to pile up a little bit here on Waukee. Their fifth team foul. First on Noah Hart. Newcomb misses.
In the Waukee lineup, 14, Michael Vicente.
He's now 1 of 3 from the line. He'll get one more here. And he hits the second one.
In the Johnston lineup, 53, Chandler Heiser.
And here comes Waukee. You see a little over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. There's a 3 from the corner that misses. A battle underneath for the rebound. Pulled out of there. And then offensive foul.
21, Nathan Nelson.
Nathan Nelson kind of pushed out of the way. Michael Vicente is in for Waukee, and now coming back in is Nathan Johnson. And that'll be the 16th foul here, so last 2 minutes. Both teams will be in the bonus on non-shooting and non-offensive fouls. Up top is Johnston. Vanderswag will try to rotate it around. Boston Grimes wanted a quick 3 there, but nothing doing. Peyton Williams now down the lane, and he gets fouled. Peyton Williams, man, he takes it in there hard when he takes it in, and that time he did. Drew the foul. That's a 17 foul, but Williams will be shooting 2. He's a 47.8% free throw shooter. And he looked like pretty good form on that one. And he'll get one more. Peyton Williams averaging 12.4. Gets that one. He's got 4. And the lead down to 11 again. The biggest lead has been 15 here for Waukee in the first half. Now they're going to just spread it out a little bit. Force Johnson to extend that 2-3 zone out some. Inside. Kelderman now drives.
1 minute remaining.
Minute to play, and Kelderman allows it out there to Vicente. And Justin Lowell wants a timeout. Things were looking like they're getting a little rough there. So we'll take a quick timeout. Come back right after this on CISN.TV.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
55.8 to play here in the first half. Waukee up 28-17. And they have the ball. Working with it. And they're just going to hold it. Force Johnston to come out. Over the far side. A little pressure. Now they get him trapped in the corner. And try to dribble out of there. He finds Kelderman. Jones. Now they get it back out of there. So they're flirting with danger here a little bit. But so far not burned. Over to Kelderman. Jones. 5 seconds. Inside turnaround jumper, no good, and that'll be it. 28-17. At the half, Waukee leads Johnston here. And we'll take a break and come back. We'll check out the scoring. We'll have a special guest coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
A strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a strong community.
We are back here at halftime. Dar Danielson with you. And Waukee leading the boys 28-17. And Coach Chad Jellick is joining us here, the girls coach for Johnston. And coming into this, we looked at it. You two, each 3 points separated this from being a battle of unbeatens here tonight. And we figured it was going to be a tight game, and it came down to that again, wasn't it, tonight?
It was a lot closer for a coach's heart than it should be in that situation. But we love to play those types of games. It's great for our kids and the experience going forward. You know, we played Dowling again on Friday night and then Southeast Polk on Tuesday. So being able to get this win and pull that out in the end was huge for us going forward.
Looked like a little slow to start, and then you looked like you tried to get out on the break a little bit, and then you tried to trying to find that right tempo, wasn't it?
Well, we like to play fast. If you look at the latest stats, we lead the Class 5A in scoring per game at about 70 points. And we like to score, and we like to get out and run fast. And lots of good teams will take that away from you or try to take that away from you. And so then when that happens, you have to be able to play in the half court, which we've had some struggles with in the first half of the year. And honestly, you know, our offense was not good tonight, and it was our defense that came through and won the game. Waukee had a chance there with an 8-point lead in the third quarter to maybe, you know, blow it out and get a too big a lead. But our defense, the girls came to me and said, "Hey, coach, we want to press." And I was like, lots of times when there's good guards out there, it's hard to press. I said, "Let's do it then. Let's get after it." And they did it, and they forced a lot of turnovers, which ended up getting them back in the game and ended up winning it for them.
Yeah, and then it came down to where you didn't you had some fouls to give there late, and it almost worked against you in some ways, but, you don't want to foul, but it got down to the point where then I think you had to tell them to kind of foul, didn't you?
You know what, and it was about just over a minute left, and we couldn't call timeout because they had the ball, and I'm screaming from the bench that we have to get up and guard, and we can't just stand there. Some of our girls would have just been happy 5 feet away and let the clock run out, and I just talked to I have one, senior here, that Jenna Johnson. I talked to her after the game. I said, you know what, you were big in that game because nobody else. You were a senior. You've been there before. You understood what we needed to do. You looked at the clock and figured it out. Everyone else was just standing around, and she came up there and pushed the tempo and made everybody else get up, and it ended up working out in our favor.
And that's sometimes hard too because you're all the time you're preaching, move your feet, don't foul,
right.
And then in the time when you need it to switch sometimes is a little tough, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, Maya McDermott, man, sometimes the smallest person on the well, Kelderman and her, but sometimes they pack a big punch, don't they? She had it for you tonight.
She is. I know you've done games and watched Caitlin Clark, and you've done games and you watched Zoe Young.
Yep.
I will tell everybody that comes here and all the college coaches, if Maya McDermott was 5'11" like those two, there'd be no difference in their game, and people would be all over her just like they all over her. She's just smaller, but she knows what she needs to do because of her height. She can get in between defenders. She's really good at the little floater. But this year, she's really came on with her three-point shot. She's never necessarily been a great three-point shooter, but over this last about year and a half, she's put a ton of time in and shooting a pretty high percentage. I think she was 5 for 9 from the three-point line tonight for us. Yeah, and it looked like they tried to cut her off a little bit late there, and then you had other people step up to step into the gap, didn't they? Yeah, as I said, we didn't have a great offensive night. Jenna Johnston's our next leading scorer. And people will look at her and say, she only had 3 points. She had a big three for us, but people don't understand is we put her on their best player, Anna Brown, or their best scorer, and we said, you don't give her a three. You should drape all over her. So Jenna didn't come out the whole game, and she played phenomenal defense, which ends up hurting on the offensive end. You get a little tired. For her, she forced a couple things because of that, but. Her defense, and then Maddie Mock is another one of our top scorers. She didn't score. She scored 3 points also, and she passed up a few shots in the post and made some passes where she should have shot it. So Reagan Essheim ended up coming through and scoring 12 for us there. Kendall Need hit a big bucket towards that in that fourth quarter. But without Maya's 25 points to help carry us, that would have been really tough to pull out.
Yeah, Maddie Mock, she was playing some good defense rebounding, and then she kind of had to walk that tightrope because she got in foul trouble. And then that point when you're out there and you needed a foul, she was coming up, and we were saying, man, if she's the only one that can't foul.
Right, she's the only one that can't.
And finally she didn't, and you got the ball stopped, but
she's that girl that plays aggressive for us. She goes after rebounds hard, and she knocks somebody over, I don't care. She got 4 fouls, but there was only one of them that I was really disappointed in. She jumped over somebody's back when they had her boxed out. You just got to give them the ball. They got a good box out. You just got to give it up. But she goes hard after it all the time. On those offensive boards and their defensive boards.
Well, you already kind of mentioned it. In this league, there's not any off night. Now you go to Dowling, and then you got Southeast Polk coming up. But that's good because you get to play against the best and hone yourself as you head toward the state tournament.
Yeah, it's much better to play in a game like this, even if we would have lost, than to we tell the girls this is going to be a great game. It's going to be CISN's going to be there, live TV. It's going to be on Mediacom. It's going to be a packed gym. Say win or lose, you just go out there and play hard, and this is what we want. I'd much rather play this game than go to a team and win by 40, 50 points. That's not helping us out at all. This, we're going to learn from this. We're going to get better from this, and we got the win. So,
well, just one loss, and I talked to Coach Guest last week when he said, no, we just look to the next game. And I know you coaches are that way. It's a cliche, but it's always just what's next opponent, and keep getting better, isn't it?
Especially in our league, there's a few times you might be able to peek ahead at the schedule, but very rarely, and this is not one of them. I got to go tonight and start looking at Dowling now. The good thing is they're in our leagues. We've played them once already, so we kind of know it. It's easier that second time around. But, yeah, you can't. I think 3 of the best teams in the state are on that eastern side, in Cedar Falls and Iowa City West, City High. But you just don't know because they don't play the schedules that we do down here. So there's teams here that are going to have 3 or 4 losses, and they're going to have 0 or 1. But teams here, I think could be a little better. We just don't know going forward. So hopefully we can keep building on that, have a chance to play some of those teams in the postseason.
All right. Well, congratulations. Big win tonight. Close, tight win, but a win's a win. Doesn't matter, right?
Win's a win. We tell our girls we just want the dub, and we got the dub tonight. So.
All right. Thanks, Coach. We'll take a break, come back with the second half of the boys' game coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Great price. Seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here at Waukee High School, halftime winding down of the boys' game. 28-17, Waukee on top of Johnston. Run down the scoring for you. For Johnston, 5 for Boston Grimes in the first half, 4 for Peyton Williams, 3 for Camden Vanderswag, 3 for Bo Sandquist, 2 for Nathan Newcomb. For Waukee, 8 for Noah Hart, 7 for Nathan Johnson, 5 for Jax Rittman, 4 apiece for Dylan Jones and Nathan Nelson. Waukee led 14-5 after 1 and now 28-17 at the half, and they'll come out here, start the second half. And we'll see what happens with Johnston. They make the adjustments coming out of the halftime. Got a little work to do. Trailing by 11. And Johnston will get the ball and start the second half. Boston Grimes up top with it. Peyton Williams in there. Also Vanderswag gets it to Williams. Up and good.
By Peyton Williams.
To start the second half. And we'll see now how Waukee answers. Noah Hart with it. Jax Rittman in there. There's Nathan Johnson. Dylan Jones also in, and Nathan Nelson. There's Dylan Jones. Reverse layup. Good.
Jones. Assist to Rittman.
He's got 6. The assist to Rittman on that. And back to Johnston. They need to get some stops and a little string of points going here. There's a 3. Rolls around and out for Boston Grimes. Would have been a big one to cut up below double digits. Going up high, Peyton Williams to pull down the rebound off the miss by Noah Hart. Vanderswag, the lefty, shoots no good. Rebound knocked around. Dylan Jones comes up with it. For Waukee. And the home whites. Johnston in the dark uniforms. Good look underneath the bucket. The foul. Nathan Nelson. It's the and one.
Foul 45, Nathan
Newcomb.
His second, team first. Nelson shooting 1.
Picks up his second and the first team foul here in the second half. Nelson, his first free throw of the night. And misses that one. He was shooting 71% from the free throw line coming in. He's got 6 points. And take it away, Nelson. Was behind the back and can't quite pull off the save there. Almost did with some fancy dribbling, but it's going to go back to Johnston. Down the lane. Up top. Williams gets it to Sandquist. He'll put up a 3 short. Just a little short on the long ball tonight for Johnston. Almost a step through steal by Sandquist and up to Jones for the stuff.
Assist to Nelson.
And Waukee is pulled out to a 15-point lead.
30-second timeout.
Johnston wants a quick timeout. We'll take a break and be back right after this on CISN.TV.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. It's kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Now Waukee outscores Johnston 6-2 to start the second half and hangs on to that. Well, widens their lead. The halftime lead had been 11. Now it's up to 15. Here gets Johnston. They have not been able to get their offense connected real good. Vanderswag. It's off to Newcomb, back outside to Boston Grimes. Vanderswag again. Here's a three, short. Just a little short. Needs to be in a little more on those threes. All of them falling just in the front of the rim there so far. And there's a travel. Yep, slid his foot. Nathan Johnson as he went to the pivot. And Johnston needs a little bit of a run here to close out this third quarter and go to the fourth with a chance to make the comeback here. Williams, runner, rattles out and no good. Kind of the story of the night. Waukee now looking to cut through. They can be patient in the passing and the cutting at this point. Dylan Jones drops down on the baseline. Guarded by Williams down there. They were looking for him, but Noah Hart dribbles through and kicks it back out. Nathan Johnson now down the lane, up and good. Noah Hart on the drive. He's got double digits now at 10. First player to get there for either team. And shot off again. And the rebound comes down to Noah Hart. Jumper good by Hart. Make it 12 for Hart. And outscored Johnson 10-2 to start the third quarter. Start the second half, and a foul on Hart on the push through the screen.
On 11, Noah Hart. His second team first.
First team foul here on Waukee. On the pivot, down, backs in, can't get it to go. Williams rebound, back up and good. Peyton Williams stops the run. He's got the only points here of the second half for Waukee, or excuse me, Johnston. Rittman throws it away, picked off. Johnston will push it up the floor. Boston Grimes pulls it out. Bounce pass into Williams. Goes in and gets it again. Peyton Williams. He's now got 10. And Justin Ohl wants a timeout with 1:25 to play.
30-second timeout.
Waukee takes a timeout. We'll take a quick break. Get me back right after this on CISN.TV.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
1:25 to play in the third quarter. Johnston eating into the lead just a little bit here. As they've scored 4 straight. Cut it down to 15. And now they get the ball back. And a foul call against Rittman.
Foul 24, Jax Rittman.
Second.
His third.
Or third, excuse me, team second.
In the Waukee line, 25, Nathan Johnson.
Nathan Johnson comes in for Rittman. Johnson again, a chance to cut into the lead. Can't get it to fall. The miss by Grimes and rebound to Waukee. Under a minute. Nathan Nelson dribbling in, fakes, puts it up, and then gets called for the travel. Yeah. Johnston with it. Sandquist looking for the shot. Gets it up to Newcomb. 3, good. Boston Grimes. It's the 3. It's down to 12 points now. On the drive, Hart. Get it at the buzzer.
After 3, Waukee 40, Johnston 26.
40-26. Waukee over Johnston. Back with the final quarter after this on CISN.TV.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
We'll go to the fourth quarter. Waukee will get the ball. We got a 14-point lead. Cut down from, what was it, 19? Got the bucket right before the buzzer. And they'll start out here. Waukee at 9-2. Johnston at 10-1. So far, Waukee has shut them down offensively tonight. Jax Rittman gets it over. Drive, Hart gets through and gets it blocked. And he falls into the basket there. The support, but it's padded and he gets up okay. Waukee just can be real patient. Dylan Jones gets his man in the air, and I said Peyton Williams got a piece of that, so no foul. Down the lane, up and good.
That's right, Peyton Williams.
Williams has 12. For Johnston. And it's down to a 12-point lead. Three is no good. Rebound comes off to Nathan Newcomb. A long three is short. That's probably not the best shot. They got lucky. They got the rebound, and the putback three is good. Off the pass. Boston Grimes got the look from, I think it was Williams there, and now we got a 9-point ball game here all of a sudden. As they've cut it below double digits. The 5-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Justin Ohl wants a timeout. Almost 2 minutes gone. Waukee hasn't scored yet. We'll take a break. Come back after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Here at Waukee, 5-0 run by Johnston to start the fourth quarter. And they've cut down what was a 14-point lead down to 9. And Waukee called the timeout. Justin Ohl wanted to talk it over, as Bobby Sandquist's team has started the comeback here. And Waukee will get it inbounded in front of their own bench. And go back to work here, trying to end the run. By Johnston. Slowed the pace down a little bit, and Johnston came back on him. Rittman for three. Good! Jax Rittman
for three.
Ends the run. And moves it up to 43. And a foul called.
11, Noah Hart.
Noah Hart, his third.
His third, team third.
Team's third. Done the big three there by Rittman. Shut off the run for the second for a minute there, and there's an air ball by Vanderswag. He's their leading scorer, and he's got just 3 here, averaging 15, so they've been able to keep Vanderswag quiet through the better part of 3 quarters here so far, 3 and a little. Baseline, Johnson drives in, spins out there, and gets it back outside. And Noah Hart will reset the offense. Nathan Johnson, bounce pass inside. Fake and good by Nathan Nelson. So now a 5-point run by Waukee. And it's back up to a 14-point lead. Johnson scored the first 5 to start the fourth. Waukee's answered. Running kiss off the glass by Vanderswag. Just his second field goal tonight. He's got 5. 10 below his average right now. They did a good job defensively on him. Oh, nice backdoor cut and the foul. Be called. I think that's going to go against Newcomb.
Foul 45, Nathan Newcomb.
Nathan Newcomb is
His
third.
Team second.
Just the second team
Shoot
foul.
2, Nathan Nelson.
Nelson to the line to shoot 2. He missed his only other free throw attempt tonight. He's got 8 points. And rolls that one out. He's shooting 71.2% coming in, so miss a couple, so a little uncharacteristic. He hits that one. He's got 9. And Johnston working with it. Long 3, good! Boston Grimes, that's his 4th 3. He's now got 14. And it's a 10-point lead for Johnston. Lob underneath, fake, and the foul. Nathan Nelson hits the defender in the air and finishes it.
Foul 45, Nathan Newcomb. His 4th, team 3rd.
That's the 4th on Nathan Newcomb. Easy for me to say, and he misses the free throw. And we're back up to 12 again. Just when they get it down there below singles, into single digits, then Waukee has responded here. Williams to Sandquist. They haven't given him many open looks, and there he leaves it short. And Noah Hart dribbles over to Nathan Nelson. Underneath, Dylan Jones gets his 10th point. Back to Williams, running left-hander, good.
Passed by Peyton Williams.
He's got 14. Hart dribbles in and takes it back out. Under 2 minutes to play. Waukee can take all the time they want. The 12-point lead. And there's a travel. Coach O not happy on that one. As Nathan Nelson shuffled the feet before he moved. And here comes Boston Grimes. He's got 4 threes for Johnston. Trying to pull him back into this. 2 of those coming in the 4th quarter. Here's another one.
3-point goal, Boston Grimes. Timeout, Johnston.
Grimes hits
Full
it.
timeout.
And it's back under double digits again. Timeout. Johnston will take a break. Be back right after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Here at Waukee, Johnston has outscored Waukee 15-10 in the fourth quarter, but they still trail by 9. As obviously they went into the fourth with a 14-point deficit. Finally chipped it away, mostly on the shooting of Boston Grimes. He's got 3 threes here in the fourth quarter and has 5 threes overall. And there's a foul.
From 13, Bo Sandquist.
Bo Sandquist his third, team fourth. And now Johnston
53, Chandler Heiser.
has some fouls to give here before they even get Waukee to the free throw line. Chandler Heiser comes in for Johnston. And lob it in there to Noah Hart, and a foul called on Boston Grimes. And of course, that doesn't hurt anything, as we just talked about. They had a couple fouls to give. That's the 15th foul. Boston Grimes is second. With 1:01 to play. Need to do a little fouling and hopefully get Waukee to miss, unless they can get. Oh, they tried to throw it off him on the inbound, and they're going to call
24, Jax Rittman.
Rittman with the foul. Fourth on Rittman. Fourth. So that's the worst thing you don't want to see for Waukee is a foul. Give them the ball clock stop under their own basket. A 2 would do all right here, or a 3 the old-fashioned way on the drive. We'll see if he can complete it.
25, Nathan Johnson.
Johnson with the foul.
And the Johnson lineup, 53,
Vanderswalg's been pretty quiet tonight.
21, Mitch Hunterdos.
Now up to 7 points. Averages 15 and chance to cut this down to a 6-point lead. Had been 14. And he nails it. And there's a foul. That'll be team foul number 6. So they still got 1 to give here.
21, Mitch Hunterdos. His first team 6.
Hunterdos with the foul. So now the next one, they're in the bonus. And the hold on the throw, and I think they're going to call the Boston Grimes with that foul.
Boston Grimes.
Yeah, his third. Now it's the 1-and-1.
7th. Shooting 1-and-1, Noah Hart.
Noah Hart will go to the free throw line. He's a 69% free throw shooter. Hasn't been to the line tonight. He's got 14 points, all of them coming through the third quarter. 1 in the bonus here. 6-point ball game. Things have tightened up, and he misses it. Here comes Johnston, roaring back. The bucket here makes things very interesting. Grimes drives, runner good!
Boston Grimes.
Boston Grimes hits it. It's 8 points for Boston Grimes in the fourth quarter. We got a 4-point ball game. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
38.6 seconds to go as Johnston has chipped away at a 14-point lead, has it down to 4 here. Outscoring Waukee 20-10 in the fourth quarter. And 11 of those 20 coming from Boston Grimes, including 3 3-pointers. In that last bucket, now Johnston will get it in, and there's a foul.
Foul 31, Camden Vanderswag.
Vanderswag.
His third, team
His
eighth.
third, the 8th team foul.
Nathan shooting 1-on-1, Nathan Johnson.
Nathan Johnson to the line shooting 1-on-1. He missed the front end of the 1-on-1 in the first quarter. He's 1 of 3 tonight. 64% free throw shooter coming in. And he misses that one. Williams with the rebound. Chance to cut it to 2 or 1. They stay on Boston Grimes. Jumper, no good. Down and out in the foul. Oh, man. That would have cut it to 2. End up fouling. It'll be the 1-and-1. Didn't say who the foul was on.
Rittman shooting 1-and-1.
Rittman 1-on-1. One on the bonus. He hits it. So Rittman gets another one and 2 key free throws after they missed 2 1-and-1s. Now it's back up to 6. They've got to score in a fairly hurry there. That one thrown up, and I think Boston Grimes thought he got fouled. Now there's a foul back on the other end.
Foul 31, Camden Vanderswag.
Vanderswag is 4th, which
His fourth, team 10. Shooting 2.
10th team foul now, so this will be the double bonus for Nathan Nelson. Hits it. And there we go. So they made the late run, just not quite enough, as there's a 3 by Boston Grimes again.
Timeout Johnston, full timeout.
Cuts it back down to 4. Let's just leave it here. And for Boston Grimes, it's 4 threes in the fourth quarter and a 2 to give him 14 points, 22 overall. And 4, 5, 6 threes all together for Boston Grimes. They couldn't quite get the shot to go when they needed that to cut it down. And here with 2.6, just about got to have a steal and a putback. And then, well, Johnson's out of timeouts. So pretty much throw it the length of the floor. Let him catch it and run the clock out here. And that would be the ball game. And they're going to get it in and get the foul.
Foul 11, Boston Grimes. His 4th.
Boston Grimes picks up his 4th. And Nathan Johnson to shoot 2. Free throws almost get in Waukee as he misses that one. And Johnson missed the front end of 1-on-1 and Noah Hart did. That allowed Waukee to get back in this. And he hits the second one.
That'll do it.
Final score, Waukee 54,
54-49.
Thank you for attending and supporting high school athletics. Please drive carefully on your way home.
So Johnston outscores Waukee 23-14 in the fourth quarter, but ends up losing here by 5. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up the scoring on this. After this on CISN.TV.
Pre-owned vehicles in the Des Moines area are created equally. Schottenkirk certified. Pre-owned peace of mind. At Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Every Schottenkirk pre-owned vehicle, 2008 or newer, comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. All makes, all models. Schottenkirk certified. Featuring a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty on pre-owned vehicles. Drive away with peace of mind. At Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee and Schottenkirk Ford Indianola.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health.
Here at Waukee, the final, Waukee 54, Johnston 49, as Johnston outscored Waukee 23-14 in the fourth quarter, made a roaring comeback, kind of down to 4, but couldn't get over the hump there. Scoring, Boston Grimes with 22 for Johnston to lead all scorers, including 6 threes tonight, 14 for Peyton Williams, 8 for Camden Vanderswag, 3 for Bo Sandquist, and 2 for Nathan Newcomb. For Waukee, pretty balanced scoring, 14 for Nathan Johnson, 14 for Noah Hart, 10 each for Dylan Jones and Jax Rittman, 13 for Nathan Nelson, and 8 for Nathan Johnson. Waukee led 14-5 after 1, 28-17 at the half, 40-26 after 3, and they end up winning 54-49. Johnston moves to 11-1 on the season. Waukee moves to 10-2 on the season. Johnston falls to 10-2. So both teams now with 10-2 records here on the season. So the final tonight, it's split game tonight. The Johnston girls win the first matchup tonight in a close one, 47-46, and the Waukee boys win 54-49. We're back on Friday with Johnston at Dowling here. You can see that game on CISN.TV. Thanks to Peter Tarpey for running the controls. That's going to wrap it up from Waukee on CISN.TV.